Hey guys, so I am going to do finally my first impression of the Derwent Inktense pencils. I got the 72 set from Amazon.com. It's not the cheapest, but I get Prime shipping and I get free shipping, obviously. And it was the same price as dickblick.com. So this was my Easter present to myself because I really wanted to try something new, something different than Copics, and I just wanted to try a different kind of medium that wasn't a marker. I've seen a lot of, or I've seen a few anyway, of images colored with watercolor, and I thought it was super pretty, so I wanted to give it a try, and this is going to be my second attempt. My first attempt was this one, and I think she came out super cute. I'm still learning what is what for in terms of skin tones. I'm not quite sure which pencils to use, but that's just all with practice and stuff. And as you can tell, it's totally I think I need more practice, obviously, in terms of shading and blending and things like that. But so this is the first and only time I've ever colored with these pencils, and so far I like them. I like how they are intense, hence the name Inktense, and they are not watercolor pencils from what I've learned. They're basically water activated ink, which is interesting to me because they seem like they're watercolor, but they're not watercolor. So let me get started. So this is the set that I bought. It comes in this tin. It's kind of awkward to store because I don't know where I should store this, but it's got, I can pop it open, if I can get it open. Pop it open, it's got the first layer, which is the blues, yellows, pinks, purples, reds, and it has this little reference guide in, I think it's English and French and Spanish, I think, and German. I haven't even looked at this. I guess it tells you what supplies you need for it, but I haven't even looked at it. So that's that, and then here's the second layer. And the reason why I ended up going with getting the 72 set versus the 12 or the 24 or 36, it's basically because when I get into something, I go all in, and if I like it, then I'm gonna end up wanting the rest of the colors. I didn't want to start off with the 12 and then realize I needed more colors than what I had. So I thought, for me, I know my personality, and I know that I'm going to regret not getting the other sets, because I kept thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll get the 24, but what if there's more colors I wanted? So then I looked at the 36. Oh, well, maybe I want more colors than that. So I asked my husband's opinion. I said, what do you think? He said, just get it. And I know him. He just loves to support me in my crafting and endeavors because I support him in his hobby. So he knows that I would tend to probably regret it if I didn't get the full set. So, I mean, that's probably not for you all, or some of you out there, in terms of that way of thinking, but I just know myself, and that's just how I am. So those are the pencils. The paper I am using is going to be this watercolor Strathmore deck, I don't know what it's called, pad from Michaels. I think it was on 50% off, one of those deal days or whatever, and it comes with 12 sheets, but they're really thick. This is a 9x12 pad. It ended up being like $3 for this whole pad. I think it's like $7, maybe $3.50 for this. It's textured and thick, and here's a piece off. And if you can see, it's got kind of like a, I don't know what to call it. It's pebble? No. Linen? No. It's got a texture, just trust me. And it's thick. So that's that. The image I'm going to use today is this Hang Me Out to Dry set from Gorjuss Girls. It's going to be this image, which I already have on my stamp press. And I'm going to use StazOn ink for this because that's what works best with watercolor. Some videos I've seen they don't use watercolor paper, but since we're using water, might as well use watercolor paper. Oh gosh, what did I do? This thing is annoying. This little cover thing. I always end up pulling it off, and then anyway. So I'm inking up my stamp. Make sure I got good coverage because I don't want any parts that are not inked up. And then I'm going to scoot this over because I'm in the seam of my mat, and I'm just going to make sure she's lined up with my press, and I'm just going to press her down. I got this stamp press, I think you've seen it in a haul video a few months ago, weeks ago, and I don't use it very often, but I do like how I can get in there and press it out, and hopefully, crossing fingers, this ends up being even. And it's not. Boo! Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut another piece of paper. This is annoying, look at that. I think it's because the paper is so textured, and maybe my StazOn isn't as juicy. So let me cut off another piece of watercolor paper and use VersaFine instead. Let's try that. I'm not making up any excuses, and I'm not going to edit this out, so bear with me, guys. I'm just a fan of live, up close and personal live stamping, I should say. So I'm inking up with my VersaFine now, and hopefully this is juicy enough for this to stick. Cross your fingers, because this is going to piss me off if it doesn't work, and I'm going to have to start this video over. I'm scooting off to the side. I'm thinking my StazOn isn't juicy, because I got in there. You guys saw me press on it. Because I really do not want to bust out my mouse pad. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to clean this later. So there is my cute image. I'm going to zoom in. Where do I zoom? So that's my cute image. Now, I have these water brushes. I'm not sure where I picked them up. I think I picked them up from my local scrapbook store years ago, but it came in a pack of 3, and I cannot find the medium tip. I used it years ago, so it was $4.80. I don't know when I bought this. But I had, this is the large, and I have the small in my hand. I don't know where I put the medium. It'll probably arrive, like show up miraculously when I'm not looking for it. But for now, I have the small tip, and that should be fine. Let me see what else I need to tell you about. I think that's it. So I have my Ranger mat. I have a mister just in case I need to use it. I have a paper towel on hand to blot off any excess. I think that's all I can tell you, so let me get started. I have a hard time trying to figure out what are good skin tones. I'm probably just gonna mess around with this and just play around and see, and hopefully I can find. So I have, this one is called Tan 1720, and from the videos I've seen, they basically, you want to use a light hand when you color because you don't want to end up having any lines, and you just want to shade where you think there's going to be some shading, and you just want to lay down your color. Now it looks light when you place it down, but that will get blended out and thinned out, I guess I should say. So that is Tan. Now, you can also put down, from what I've learned, you can put down a second color after you've used your water brush. So let me try and see. Now some people use the water brush direct. Some people spray onto their mat, which I'll try also, so that you have more coverage. But let's try bringing in some water from, let me zoom out so you can see that I'm bringing in some water. So you can bring some water out from the edge. Actually, I think my brush tip has some old. Okay. So then you just want to bring your, I'm not squeezing my tip, and I have a big bulb of water there, but I'm just scooting it out and pushing it out from the edge where it's the darkest into the center where it's going to be the lightest. Now, this is all a learning experience, guys. I'm not a professional. I do not know how to use these pencils, and I would call myself a novice. So I'm going to let that part dry and then get started on the other parts. So let's try her dress, because that's a bigger surface area, and I just want to see how that'll look. Now, I probably need to create some sort of reference binder for this, for these sets, because I have no idea what color goes with what color, what works best with what's a good skin tone. I mean, they're not like Copics where it's kind of, you just go on that basic color wheel or use your, I don't know, reference point and then pick the lighter and darker color of the reference point. But I mean, that'll come in time, I guess. So I'm just using this cherry color, and I'm laying down my color and then just probably just scooting it down. Don't want to lay on too much because it ends up being pretty vibrant. I'm trying my best to color in one direction. But I really think this image is super duper cute. Alright, so I laid out some cherry. I'm going to now use my brush and just kind of dab and blot off to the side, because as you notice, I kind of went crazy and used too much water on the first part. So let's see where I'm at with this. I got a lot of water again. Yeah. And from what I've heard, once you lay down color and you wet it and it dries up, like you can't re-wet it and work with it again. That's what I've heard. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm new to this, like I said, and I don't know. But I guess you can continue, once it's dry, you can continue to lay down color to make it more vibrant, which seems like a nice idea. So that's not dark enough for me, I think, anyway, but we'll just mess around with it. So that is cherry, and then I'm going to color the rest of her body in tan. It looked like what was I going to say? I can't remember. I'm trying to concentrate and not get too crazy with this, but as you see, I'm kind of getting the tip of this wet, which I've seen people use their water brush directly to this, which I'll show you in a second. So let's see. They've done that. Sorry for the silence, I'm concentrating. But they've also done this, where they take the brush and they pull some color off of the tip of the pencil itself and then brings it to the paper, which I think is a neat technique. I think this color is called tan. She looks green to me. It's more like a yellow green. But I'm sure, like, I could probably color her face and body with Copics and then make her dress more watercolory. That's just me, though. I'll figure out a color combo eventually, I'm sure. So that's that. And then for her hair, Where is, let's see, charcoal gray? Nah, let's try this one. This one is outliner. Outliner. I think that's like not what I want. Let's try this color. Ink black. I'll do that technique again. Let's pull some color off the pencil and then bring it to the, whoa, that's a lot. A whole lot. Too much, I think. Let's pull some off. Kind of learning that you gotta kind of wait. Ooh, she's getting inky looking. I gotta wait till the other layer dries up because look what's happening. She's getting muddy in her face. And this is going to be a practice round. So, I mean, I don't mind, but we're all learning and it's all good in the hood. It's for the sake of learning, right, guys? So, yee. Anyway, there's also a lot of water on my brush, I think, right now. I'm not even pressing. I'm not even, like, holding my brush or, like, squeezing my water. So I don't know if it's leaking or what. But, whoa, daddy. Slow your roll. And she's getting so inky in her face. Boo! It was cute, too. I wonder if I can take this. Probably not, huh? And pick up the water. That kind of helped. Let's see. Oh, I think I got the save. I got the save. Hold on, guys. Woo! Kind of. It's better than nothing. Hey, stop that. I don't know if this, my pencil, my water brush is leaking, I think. But anyway. This color of her hair reminds me of using W's from the Copics. Alright. Her face looks a little jacked up, but let's see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can. Let's try using this amber brown and fixing up her face. That's kind of an interesting color. Anyway, I think these Inktense pencils are kind of cool. I'm not the best at it, but I think that they give it some kind of... God, her hair's now turning yellow. Hello. What is going on? I'm blotting off. I don't know why it's totally making her hair different colors. Probably because I'm impatient and I'm not waiting for the I'm not waiting for the layers to dry. But in the real world, I probably would take an embossing gun or heat gun and drying it out each layer, but I don't have time for that right now. I just wanted to show you guys that these pencils are cool. They make you feel like an artist, and they're just super fun. Let me just continue to color dark chocolate. Let's color the Bear dark chocolate and see. Actually, I kind of like that pulling off the pencil technique because it's like you kind of have more. See? I got water coming out. That's annoying me. Ugh. Anyway, this pencil is pissing me off. I could probably use a brush. Like a... I could probably use a paintbrush. But anyway, let me see. What color can I use for the... I'll use green socks. So I said in my previous video I wanted to get into different mixed medias, and I have a bunch of stuff, I just haven't used any of it. But these are my first Inktense pencils. Oops, I colored the the clothespin, whatever. I kind of want to just get into it so I can see what I like and what coloring medium I like, but the messiness scares me. I'm kind of OCD about the messy, so but it should be fun. Hopefully I'll have more videos to share with you if I start getting into that stuff. I already have some Heidi Swapp Color Shine sprays. I'm excited about that. What is this? Deep blue. So I'm going to color the background if this thing lets me color the background. This is deep blue. But I just want to see what I like. I have several Mr. Hueys. And I have several Color Shine sprays. Oops. I'm so impatient. I hate waiting for things to dry. Maybe I'm not good at this. But I also want to get this video done because I know people were waiting for me to give them my opinion about it. My basic opinion is I like it. I like the freedom. It looks artistic, even though I'm not artistic at all. I like the intensity, and I like the variety of colors, and it looks pretty. I mean, granted, I'm not doing this perfectly, and I'm not the best at it. I'm sure there are other videos on YouTube that do this way better than I do, but you get the basic idea that it's fun. And you know what, this ends up still being 72 of these, and still ends up being cheaper than what I paid for in 72 Copics. So I haven't given up on Copics completely. I still have my collection, and I do love my Copics, but like I said, I wanted something different to add, and new and fresh and fun, and I always wanted to try this, and now I have. So let me know what you guys think of this video. I like how it looks super almost like a Japanese painting, especially with this image. I really like this image, and I haven't used her yet, so yay for getting one of my goals on my crafty New Year's wish list, or not New Year's wish list, but my New Year's resolution list, that I was going to ink up every or color every Copic quality, or Copic friendly image, I should say. Yeah, I'm not even there yet, so we shall see. But anyway, this is so fun. Ta-da! There is my image today, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. I apologize for being a novice at this. I'm not a pro, but this was super fun to color. I'm not, look at, it's flawed, it's full of flaws, but you know what? It's called art, and I'm super excited to share one of my first experience with this with you guys. So leave me a comment below, tell me what you think. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.